The secret to creating a consistent and scalable real estate business is having funnels, inbound marketing systems that work for you 24/7. A great sales funnel can bring people into your world every single day. And as a real estate agent, you know that the more people you talk to, the more real estate conversations you have, the more clients you get, and the more sales you make. I'm a huge believer in sales funnels, but not all of them are created equal. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the one sales funnel that has made me 6 figures a year in GCI ever since I first created it. You want to know what it is, don't you? Cool, because I want to tell you. But first, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel if you're a real estate agent that wants to grow your business without having to do it in a way that makes you feel icky. Because hashtag friends don't let friends cold call. Before I tell you what the funnel is, I have to tell you how a funnel works. Imagine a funnel. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Lots and lots of people come in at the top of the funnel. These can be people that you meet at the supermarket, your son's band teacher, the neighbor that lives 5 doors down. They can be people that know you or know of you. They know who you are, but they're not necessarily planning to buy or sell a house right away. This could also be cold traffic. Cold traffic can come from Facebook ads, YouTube videos, Google pay-per-click ads, postcards, newsletters, direct mail, canvassing a neighborhood, cold calling people. You get the gist. There are lots of different ways to get cold traffic. Whether they are warm or cold, once they enter the funnel, we are going to qualify and disqualify them as they come down the funnel until they pop out the bottom as either a bona fide lead for you or they tell you to never, ever, ever contact them again or they die. Now, what do I mean by qualify and disqualify? Well, if you're a real estate agent in Battle Mountain, Nevada, yes, that's a real place. My college roommate Angela lived there. 11 girls in her senior class. Still boggles my mind. If you're a real estate agent serving Battle Mountain, but the prospect wants to buy a house in Long Island, New York, you're probably going to disqualify them as a prospect. I'll do a lot for my clients, but flying cross country and getting licensed in another state is pushing it just a little bit. Or they might say that they just bought a house last week, so they're no longer in the market. Or they were planning to sell, but now the bank is foreclosed and they don't officially own that property anymore. Therefore, they can't really sell it. As they move down the funnel, we're giving them more and more value with the hopes of creating an even stronger relationship with them so that when the time comes for them to hire a real estate agent to represent them, they naturally think of you. That is the goal, and it's a lot easier to do than you probably think it is. But most real estate agents are doing the whole thing wrong. So here are the mistakes that you need to avoid in order to create a really highly converting sales funnel. Mistake number one, most agents think that they can set it and forget it and never tweak it, and that's just not the case. You're going to set it and then analyze the crap out of it. You're going to set it all up and then see how it performs at every single step of the funnel. You will analyze each step to see where things are working and working really, really well, and where they are kind of underperforming. It could be something as easy as changing the subject line of email number 3. If email number 3 gets a terrible open rate, then you change the subject line and then you reevaluate it. Once the entire funnel is performing to your satisfaction, now you can forget it. You really don't need to constantly be updating it and writing new emails and adding new steps. As Uncle Jethro always says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Mistake number 2, not knowing who your audience is and not offering them what they really need. For example, if you're trying to attract a seller, you've got to put yourself in their shoes. Where are they in their process of thinking about selling their house? You don't want to be talking to them after they've already listed their house with another agent. You need to get to them well before that point. Think about the questions that they have, the things they want to know when they're first thinking about selling. You have to put yourself in their shoes and meet them where they are. If you don't, one of two things is going to happen. You'll either offer them something that's of no interest or no value to them, or it's too late because they've already got an agent because they were farther along in the process than you assumed they were, which brings me to mistake number 3. Your offer needs to be irresistible. This is the driving force of the concept of a sales funnel. You offer the prospect something so good, so juicy, so enticing, they are willing to give you their contact information in order to get it. You send them to a website landing page. You make them the offer. They say, "Hell yeah, I want that." They put in their name, their email, maybe even their phone number, and they get the thing that you offered. And you get their contact information. Now you can follow up with them. And if they're not planning to move for a year or two, you can follow up with them over and over and over and over again. Now stop it. I see your eyes glazing over and rolling back in your head. This is all going to be automated. Yes, you can throw in some personal phone calls now and then, but most of this is going to be an automated follow-up system. So settle down. Now, if the offer is something that they can easily find on their own or something that's mildly interesting but not irresistible, they're not going to opt in and give you their email address. Or they might opt in and give you a fake email address and a bogus phone number. Like these. But I can tell you from personal experience that the coolest thing ever is when you get a new lead and you call the phone number they put in on the form and they actually answer. It's like, holy crap, this actually worked. And the reason it worked was because you made them an irresistible offer. Bonus points if you make them this offer through video so they can see your face and hear your voice and they believe you to be trustworthy. This is huge, y'all. When people opt into my forms after having seen me on video versus coming across my offer from a blog post, the difference is huge. Video is the way to grow your business like magic. I went from 0 to 6 figures in a little over a year by using YouTube. So if you want to find out how I can personally help you do this for yourself, I have a brand new training that I'll link up above. Watch that video to find out more. So what is the secret sales funnel that was so effective for me? It's simple. It was a relocation guide. I wanted to target buyers who were moving to my area and wanted to buy a house when they got here. Because they didn't know anything about the area, they started Googling it, and my videos would show up in the search results on Google and on YouTube. And after offering them lots and lots of free information about my city, I eventually said, "Hey, I've got this awesome relocation guide. You should totally download it. Did I mention it's free?" To which they replied, "That would be amazing. Yes, please." They fill out the form, they give me their information, and the relocation guide is delivered to them right away. So here's what the funnel looks like. There's a piece of free content that drives them to the landing page where I make the offer of the relocation guide. They opt in. The relocation guide immediately appears on their computer screen so that they can download it, but they also get an email 1 minute later with a link to my Google Drive so that they can download it. It's a gigantic file. I can't attach it to an email. I am also notified that I got a new lead. I have special sound for the email notifications that come in from my CRM provider that sound like this. So whenever my family hears that sound, they all shout, "Money phone!" If the person included a phone number, my CRM will try to text them at that number as well. The lead then gets assigned to one of my agents who then pick up the phone and call them. I know, it's hard to imagine. Sometimes they answer, sometimes they don't. Let's be honest, most of the time they don't. Nobody likes the phone anymore. The next day, they get another email. And a couple of days later, they get another email. We throw a couple of text messages in there as well. A few days later, they get another email, they get another text message. We try calling them a few more times. We follow up with them multiple times in multiple different ways, phone, text, and email during that first week. The email sequence that we've created continues for many, 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 many months. If we never get a response from them, it just keeps going. And if they respond and tell us their situation, if they answer the phone when we call them and they tell us their time frame, their motivation, all of the things, we just turn off the email sequence and we can start a new one. Why does this sales funnel work so well? I'm glad you asked. It's because it was an irresistible offer. You've seen the relocation guides that come from the local tourist bureau or chamber of commerce. They're like 100 pages of ads from real estate agencies with lots of real pretty pictures inside, but let's face it, not a lot of really helpful information. The prospect also doesn't already know 50 real estate agents who live in the area, so you're meeting them where they are. They're in their initial research phase, and when you show up, like the fairy godmother that you are, offering them this amazingly valuable resource that will help them with their move. And you're doing it in a way that is not self promotional and it's not pushy and it's not salesy. Freaking works like a charm. In my group coaching program, I share all kinds of sales funnels and lead magnets like this using video as the mechanism to drive traffic to the opt in page. So, to find out about joining me, come watch this video and learn how I can help you make a six-figure funnel too.